I had to keep trying to make things work at rock bottom, keep trying to dig out of that hole that felt never ending.
This is Jonathan Anger of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Charlie Edwards, back out April 12th, headlining at York Hall, live on Channel 5. Charlie, I feel like this is the sort of opportunity you've been looking for.
It's the rebirth, isn't it? It's the rebirth. This is the opportunity that I've needed. The right place at the right time. 5 weeks, been training for a very long time, fighting a good opponent in Georges Ory for a title. First management completed as my new management journey, and couldn't be more happy and over the moon. So grateful. Got great belief from Wasserman, Nissa Sauerland and Keller Sauerland, and the journey starts now. And I'm really excited, really excited, and I'm in a good headspace, and feels like I'm making my pro debut again, which is a great feeling.
So talk to us about how this worked out, because I spoke to you when you're out there in Phoenix for Sonny's fight, and you were kind of sort of weighing up the options. Some people thought you might go back to Matchroom, but you're now, at least for this fight with Wasserman. How did it all come to this?
I've actually signed a deal with Wasserman.
Okay.
I've signed a deal with them, so the next 4 fights, in the space of, I think, 12 to 18 months. So I'm being kept active. Activity is key. Not many fighters in this day and age get the belief and the journey that I'm getting, and Wasserman have stayed behind me and really believed in me, and it's great being live on Channel 5. A former WBC world champion, and looking to go on the journey to become another weight world champion on national telly with a viewing figures like that. Just right place, right time, and I'm so grateful for the belief and the trust with Channel 5, Wasserman, and Nissa and Kelly Sauerland. Great time to be alive. I'm happy.
Yeah, I can tell. And this is obviously your first fight with Stephen Smith. Probably a big night for him as well, as yourself. What's he like as a trainer, compared to what he was like as a fighter?
He's just great. I can't really say too much about it. He's just unbelievable. Like, he gets it. You can't buy experience in this game. He's travelled the world as his own career, fought in world title fights. Yeah, he come up short. He's travelled with his brothers to the biggest fights around the world. Andre Ward, Canelo twice. And his experience is second to none. The way he breaks down fights, the way his boxing brain is, the way he sees things, the way he brings the positive and the goodness out in my style, we've just kind of like synced and gelled. And it's like, it feels like this is what I've needed my whole career. And I'm looking forward to showcasing the way we've adapted my style, the way I'm doing things in my next fight. And it's going to be a start of a beautiful journey. We're going from strength to strength, and it's something we're both really excited about. It's his first championship fight as a trainer, and I can't alliterate the amount of time I get, the time, the energy, the passion. It's really refreshing, and you're only going to see it in my next fight.
Oh, the guy you're fighting, Georges Ory. I had a look at his record. He's fought some big names. I think he's
Yeah,
fought maybe some similar opponents with your brother and things like that. What do you expect from him?
he's a great fighter. He's a southpaw, um, former European champion, um, IBO world champion. Been in title fights. Been in some good fights. Do you know what I mean? He's never been stopped. He's never been knocked out, but he got stopped on a cut. So he's a tough game fighter and a southpaw. So it's something that I wanted. I wanted a challenge. I wanted a proper fight. I didn't want no gimme fight or no silliness. And having a proper fight, what does that do? That gets me headlining on Channel 5, back where I belong. It never felt so good. So really looking forward to it. And he's a good fighter. So I have to be on the ball. I can't afford to slip up. And I'm thinking about him every single day. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock is think about what I'm going to do to him and visualizing things before I go to bed. And even when I'm driving in the car, like this is like what I've wanted. I want a challenge. I want someone who I have to be on the ball with. And we're here and we've got that. And it's for a title as well, which is great. And someone that I shine on, everyone forgets about the last 2 years of shit inactivity that was out of my hands. So you're only as good as your last fight. So this fight, I'm going to shine.
We've seen, sort of the resurgence of Joshua, because a lot of people and Joseph Park and people say that's because
Yeah.
of their activity and things like that. Should you get the activity you need, do you think that's what's going to be the difference when you fight for a world title? Because that could be against the WBC champion, which is Nakatani, and
Yeah.
he looks like a serious problem.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not looking past Georges Ory, to be honest with you. I've got to put my full focus on this guy. We've seen in the past too many people look forward and they slip up. And that's not me. I'm not that guy. Full focus every single day, a day to get better, a day to put in 100% and have it the best day I can. So then in 5 weeks' time, the performance that I bring is another level. Obviously, the goal is to become a world champion. I wouldn't be in the sport of boxing if I weren't aiming for the top. But I'm not looking past Georges Ory. I'm not.
I
I'm not
appreciate.
going to be that guy.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Just on the champions, I just wondered, how highly do you rate them? What do you think of the others? Obviously, not asking you to be like, I'll beat this guy or that guy, but you got Maloney, you got Inoue and Nakatani.
Listen,
What do you think?
every world champion is a good fighter. That is fact. To become a world champion, you have to be a good fighter. So I'm not looking too much into that. Each and every one are great in their own ways, and yeah, it's irrelevant right now. What's relevant is the here and the now.
Mm. And what do you think? This part of Charlie Edwards' career is going to be perhaps different to the last part, with the new trainer, etc., and with this new platform. Do you think there is going to be a difference, maybe in your performance, or not?
It's the rebirth. Big believer of the rebirth. I've had to hit rock bottom. I had to keep trying to make things work at rock bottom. Keep trying to dig out of that hole that felt never ending. It was character building. It changed me. It brought me to close to people that I've needed to be close to, and who I've needed for the next stage of my career. So everything happens for a reason in this life. I believe it's God's plan. It's been a tough battle, but it's pushed me and developed me and changed me as a person to who I need to be to reach the dreams and the manifestation process that I want to reach. And I'm just looking forward to it now. I feel I'm at the right place on the right time. I'm on the right path. I've probably always been on the right path, and this is probably the path I've always had to take. I've never had it easy in my career. I've always gone up the like my career's never been plain sailing. I've been beat by Casemiro, bounced back, then all the shit with the Martinez shit. It's just like my career's never been sailing. But life isn't sailing, isn't smooth. You know what I mean? You have to go through the rough. Success is a journey that we all go on, and how bad we really want it. No matter how tough and how dark the days get, we just got to keep that inner belief and keep trying to step one foot out of the darkness each day. And that's what I've done. And now look at me, live headlining on Channel 5, and all from my own doing, and from the journey I took into the managers the route, which is a big risk for a fighter to take, and one that has prevailed. And teaming up with Wasserman, Kelly, and Nissa, it's great. The future is very bright. Positive start to 2024.
That's April 12th, at York Hall. Charlie, just wanted to get your thoughts on last Friday, Joshua beating Ngannou. Thoughts?
It was what I kind of expected. I put something out that I was on Twitter, I was going for the AJ knockout. Obviously, Ngannou is a dangerous man, but I believe AJ was going to do it, and I believe he was going to knock him out. He had a point to prove. He showed that there is a difference between MMA fighters and boxers in the boxing ring. Let's be real, it's a different game completely. And yeah, Ngannou did the pros threats because he had that big bang chance, but AJ was very clever. Like a very good performance, and he done what probably Fury should have done. However, Fury, for me, I think he just took it for granted. Like when I see him in the condition he was when he stepped in the ring, compared to what the condition he is walking in to watch the fight now, is a completely different mindset. But all credit to AJ, and it's great for British boxing having AJ back on top.
If that AJ turns up against a Fury or even a Usyk in a third fight, do you think he would win those fights?
Do you know what's crazy? Like, I feel that, like, like everyone's going on about, oh, AJ's back, AJ's this. Like, it's ridiculous because AJ's always been AJ. Yeah, some performances are better than other. That's the boxing game. Like, that's what happens. Like, sometimes you don't know what he's been battling up here or around the thing. But AJ's never gone nowhere. He's always been there. But he just had two good performances, and probably because of the activity that's got his confidence going again. So I don't know. It's an interesting fight. It always is. Styles make fights. Each fighters turn up differently on the night and on the occasion. Could AJ do that? 100%. But could Fury be like his old self on one night? 100%. Like, it just who puts it in the training camp and who's more consistent. But right now, AJ's looking very consistent, and so you've got to. It's hard. Like, it's weird because now if Fury goes and dominates and plays with Usyk, everyone will just jump ship, jump sides, and that's what you've got to think. But like, anything can happen, especially in heavyweight boxing. So it is what it is. But AJ should be proud of himself for the performance he's been putting in.
Just last one on this. Eddie said afterwards that he's the #1 heavyweight in the world. Is maybe you'd expect Eddie to say about his guy, but in your opinion, where would you rank him? I mean, is there an argument that he's the best at the moment?
Of course, there is an argument he's the best. Everyone ranked him the best a few years ago. What's changed? Just a couple of performances, or like, the thing is, like, in the sport of boxing, everyone can say that guy's the best, but it doesn't mean you're the best. It really don't. You're only good as your last fight, as everyone can see and know. Like, and it's just a ranking, Like, records are for DJs, aren't they? As they say. Like, one person could beat the other person, who could beat the other person, who could beat the other person. Styles make fights, and on the night, anything can happen. It doesn't mean just because people think you're the best, you are the best. You've got to keep executing it every time. So um, Eddie's going to say that he's selling his product. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sure AJ gets it, doesn't he? Who's the best on the night is the best on that night. So it's hard to give anyone a #1 spot. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm. Well, Charlie, appreciate you giving me your thoughts on that.
So
And, yeah, just circling back to your fight, April 12th at York Hall. Uh, what can the fans expect, and any message to those that stuck by you through, a
uh,
difficult?
yeah, a very dominant and explosive performance. I've got a point to prove. Um, and yeah, I like, if the knockout comes, I'm taking it. A spiteful performance from me, but not a stupid performance. It would be a lovely start to get the knockout win out against someone who's never been knocked out. I do believe there's a lot of flaws and openings in Georges Ory's style, which I will be able to expose. So if it comes, it comes. But I always prepare for a 10-round contest. And yeah, just thank you. Thank you so much for all the support that everyone's given me, all the messages that everyone has continued to give me and reach out to me over the years of inactivity and bollocks. And I'm really very, very grateful. I'm very grateful for where I am right now. Grateful for Wasserman, Nissa and Kelly Sowland for believing in me. and the future's bright. But first of all, we've got to focus on the 12th of April, Georges Ory. I'm looking to do a destruction number on him. I want to do that, and I look forward to it. And I see you all on the night. And for all them, I've been asked about a lot of tickets. If anyone wants tickets, just DM me or go to charlie-edwards.com and you can buy them straight away.
And I've seen you got a YouTube channel out. Just tell everyone about that.
Got a YouTube channel out. So, it's just something that you've got to do in this day and age nowadays, isn't it? Like, I'm not putting all my time and effort into it. I've had to do it as a management tool to kind of get me back out into the lights, which it worked wonders. But same again, I've got what I deserve now, and there will be content coming out on it, but it won't be right now because I'm focused. I'm locked in 100% every single day, live, breathe in the sport of boxing. And focusing, visualizing, doing everything to get that performance on the night.
Good luck, Charlie, and we'll see you fight week.
Nice one.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.